And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Now Jones. Nifty move. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Smith. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Smith. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Loletta. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Loletta. He finds Beckham complete. A good pickup there, 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now let's go. 3-19.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now Jones. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
To throw on second down is Smith. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Darryl Roberts right there in the coverage.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Smith. The ball popped in the, and I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Here's Jones. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down, Smith. And some room to maneuver. And that one's complete to Gurley. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody that has that ability, they want them on their team.
From the red zone now, Smith. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watch it now, Barney.
On first and 10, Lauletta. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second and 10, Lauletta. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And shoves him off at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That good for 22 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's first and 10 at the 14.
No. Check. Patriot.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long.
All right, here we go.
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Aaron Donald with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Gone!
Here's Smith to throw on second down. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Handoff to Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Detroit.
After the run, Lauletta now going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that gets him back within 10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On the counter, Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta after the interception. Trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break for Lauletta. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Switzer now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it then. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
3rd and 2. Lauletta over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Here's a give to Barkley, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Lauletta. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for
Detroit!
2nd down.
Detroit! Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They have 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Gun! Now let's go.
From the gun, here's Smith. They got a man. It's Woods. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Now Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Lucky 56.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19!
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! 3-19!
Smith on first down. The left side completion to Jones. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tyler Higbee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Switzer now to return. And an alley to run. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Laletta. Breaks through the contact. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lawletta on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Leopard!
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Now let's go. Green.
Now it's Lawletta. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Barkley. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And an alley to run. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 78 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
The Giants on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Okay, you got 4. Let's go, fellas. You got 4 down. Let's go.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Gurley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Here we go.
From the gun, Smith. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
you.